Yeah. S.A.W. The planetary alignment is tonight, bro. The planets align, 7 planets align in the planetary alignment tonight. Prepare yourself for the solar system alignment. Prepare your ass, motherfuckers. Alright, so we need to. Oh, you are?
Yeah, that is real count number 8.
Okay. All right.
Well, to share with Mama.
Yeah.
How do you get
You're on it.
some more kibble?
Kibby.
I already got her. Well, she eats this stuff. I don't know when, but she does. Every time I look, it's empty. Tula loves this stuff.
Yeah. Tula. Tula time. Tula. Tula time. Tula. Tula time. Tula. No, Bella time. I'm just joking. It's always Bella time, you know that. We did do the dishes. Ha! Intrepidness. There was a guy who was angry all the time when I was younger, and I was like, why is this guy so pissed? And I thought to myself, why is this guy angry all the time? Now I know. Now I know why people are angry all the time. Now I get it. Yeah. I gotta taste their medicine, right? Yeah. Gotta taste of it. Yeah. There was a guy in a bad attitude all the time. He was real violent. He was real problematic. Now I kind of understand it. Got a taste of it. Yeah. If human civilization, society keeps on doing stupid shit all the time, it's going to turn somebody into a psychopath. It's just naturally going to happen. A violent, angry person. That's just going to happen. It's inevitable. Maybe not me, per se. But it does start to work on you. Maybe one day, a guy, he gets rejected by the girl. He just kind of takes it. Maybe one day he loses the job or he gets rejected by the boss or something, and he takes it by society. He takes it up the ass. But eventually the guy's not going to take it anymore. Like Dee Snider and Twisted Sister. So eventually he's not going to put up with shit anymore. Eventually he's going to reach his breaking point. Yeah. Ooh. So eventually he's going to hit that breaking point. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird about Gene Hackman and his wife, and the dog is dead. The police, the Santa Fe, New Mexico police force, the authorities are kind of not really forthcoming with what happened, right? Because are they worried about his legacy or something like that? They're worried about Gene Hackman's, I mean, acting. What is that? Is that an important job? If I was an actor, would that be an important job for me? Would the world love if I was an actor? The fact is, if I was a singer, a guitar player, a musician, if I was popular, a YouTuber, influencer, would the world really give a fuck? Why? Who gives a fuck? All right. All right. I guess they would. Maybe. Okay. But yeah, I guess Just had some sausage today. Daddy wants some sausage. Daddy wants some sausage. Daddy wants some sausage. Daddy wants some sausage. The bum is on the man. The bum is on the man. My bum man. My bum is on the rail. My bum is on the rail. You like the Tom Green stuff? Yeah, because it's fucking crazy. The bum is on the man. The bum man. So this is Orwellian speech. The Pope's situation is complex with his health. Well, we will not tell you the Pope's prognosis because that's guarded. We guarded it. In other words, we don't think that you're important enough to tell. In other words, even if you're the 1 billion Catholic people around the world that devote your whole religion to an idea that there's an emissary to God, which there isn't. There's no man that's a conduit to God. There isn't. Or an organization that's a conduit to God. No. Wrong. But they insulted you, the Vatican. The Vatican insulted its 1 billion followers by not even telling them they're emissary to God's health condition. That's how much they love their followers. That's how much they love you, the followers of Christ, the followers of God. That's how much they love you. They won't even tell you the fucking truth. That's how much the elites trust you and I. They won't even tell you about anything. Wow. Amazing. They won't even tell you about Gene Hackman and his wife and his dog's death. They won't even tell you who killed JFK, who's on the Epstein client list. They won't do a damn thing. They don't like us. They don't trust us. They don't want us to. They're not our friends. Well, my dogs won't be dead because they'll be well taken care of until the end, until the bloody final end. Bake a buck up. Okay, put a little milk in there. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna put a little So they got to do Orwellian speak. Oh, the prognosis of the Pope is guarded. Is he Jesus Christ? The Pope Francis isn't Jesus Christ. He's not really anybody. He's just a man with a dick and balls, just like you and me. There's nothing particularly holy about the fucking Pope from the Vatican City, from Rome, except he has an asshole and a talk hole and ear holes. There's nothing holy about this man. He's not Jesus. He's not God. Then who the fuck is this motherfucker? Who cares? He's a guy wearing a wizard fucking outfit. I could wear a wizard outfit too. Gandalf, the Pope. I could wear a fucking king's crown. I could dress up whatever way I want to in a clown Halloween costume. Anybody could do that. It's not particularly important or special. AI therapist. The rise of AI therapist. Yeah. Well, for a man, there's only one thing. You just have to watch one Seinfeld episode and you'll know the truth. And it's a hard hitting truth, but here's the Seinfeld episode. It's not opposite day, even though that's an enlightening episode too, with George Costanza. All right. But here's the deal. Even though opposite day is an interesting thing. He's like, well, maybe I get high all the time. Maybe I'll be sober. And it's like, oh wow, something changes, right? It's like, well, maybe if I do this, I'll do that. That's an interesting. That's a philosophical episode by Seinfeld for sure. And but I like the episode when we're talking about just raw manhood, right? When we're talking about just being a man in this fucking crazy world, how to survive in this fucking insane environment, right? In the 21st, in 2025, in the 2020s, in the 21st century. So the Seinfeld episode, all right, they're just in the coffee shop talking. It's not real heavy, but it is deep. It may not be heavy. It's not hard hitting. It's not like the guy's yelling in his face. It's real subtle, but it's really awesome. So Kramer's just having a conversation, all right, with George Costanza. And he's like, and this is an important one for young men to hear, middle-aged men to hear, old men to hear, every man to hear. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry with a dick and balls. This is what you need to watch this because it's very important. So Kramer's not pounding his fist. You loser, you fucking cocksucker, you bastard. Okay, he's not doing that to George Costanza, right? He's his friend. So he's trying to be nice. Right? He's trying to be helpful. So he's like sitting there with the loser, George Costanza. And Kramer's like, so what's up, man? Very simple. Just easy. And he's like, so you got no job, no money, there's no women. So what are you doing with your life? It's very simple. Okay, so what are you doing with your life? So he's sitting there in the cafe and he's just like, so there's no job, there's no money, there's no women, there's no marriage, there's no girlfriends, there's no pussy, you're just a loser. That's it. And so that right there is the epitome. Every man needs to watch that episode because it's a very important one, even though it's disguised as a comedy, right? But it's not funny. it's disguised as Seinfeld is disguised as a comedy, right? But it's really like a life philosophy or life philosophies episodes. So he's saying, so you're not getting money, so you can get a beautiful girlfriend or woman. There's no pussy. So what are you doing? So you're not working. So what's up? You just jack it off. So Kramer's like, what are you doing with your life, dude? Right? So it's not meant to be insulting. It's like, what is the plan? It's just kind of laying it down, like, okay, what's going on? It's not really that difficult. You don't have to be a PhD to understand the episode. I'm just saying it's very simple. It's not extremely complex. Even though some would consider opposite day to be like some, magical philosophical revelation. The guy who's failing, he does everything oppositely and then everything works out. That it's nice in theory. Now, in reality, if you did everything wrong and you flipped it to everything correct, would it work out for you as a guy? Would everything turn around? Could, maybe, over time perhaps. But are there some mistakes in life that are beyond repair? Yeah. So you would have to get rid of mistakes that were beyond the ability for you to repair them. Maybe there were some mistakes that are beyond repair. Maybe there's some injuries that you can't heal. Maybe there's a line. Unfortunately, maybe there is. Maybe there's a point of no return. That is also possible. Now, it is kind of funny to fuck with Kramer, though. It is funny. It is funny to fuck with Kramer when he's asking you personal questions. Now, no doubt it is fun to fuck with people when people are like, hey, what's up, man? What's the plan? And you're like, I don't know. I don't care. All right, it's funny. I'm just jacking off. All right. It's funny to be like George Carlin. All right, you see that guy playing with his nuts every day? Now, that's a motherfucker who isn't fucking up shit. It's funny to be that guy. He's like, yeah, I just play with... What did you do today? Well, I played with my nutsack and played with my dingling. And then I played Nintendo. And then I played with my nutsack a little more. It's fun to be that guy, okay? It really is. It's pretty, All right. Like George Carlin, right? He said... See a guy playing with his nuts every day, playing with his balls, and I'll show you a motherfucker who isn't fucking up anything in the world. It's true. He's right. Okay, you're not getting a lot of money. You're not becoming the king of the earth, and you're not getting a lot of pussy, but you're not fucking up the world. That's very true. Yeah. Welcome to the team, dog. Welcome to the pooper market. Would you like some shit today? Yeah. Yeah. So my stepdad wants forgiveness for all his sins against me and my family. The white collar criminal, Frankenstein motherfucker. After he stabbed me 3 times, he wants forgiveness. There is no forgiveness now. He's gone beyond a place of forgiveness. It's over. All he did, my stepfather, my entire life was to try to get rid of me. And now, in his final days, who's going to get rid of who? In the ultimatum, I'm going to get rid of him and the fucking baby boomers. It's what they did to me. All you did was try to get rid of me and fuck my shit up. And now I'm going to get rid of you in your final years. The baby boomers stole our future. They stole our shit. They stole the millennials and their subsequent generations. They stole our fucking shit. And now they want it all. And they want it. Like, they're like Nancy Pelosi. They want to steal our taxpayer money and do Wall Street illegal insider trading. Then they want to fuck us in the ass at the end. No, that's not how it's going to fucking work, folks. Fuck that. Fuck the baby boomers. The baby boomers are like, what's in it for me? It's all about me, me, me. We're the babies. We're the baby boomers. It's us, 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 us. Me, 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 me. They never consider the millennials or the Zoomers or the children that came after. They always never consider us. They never consider us for nothing. They never consider our cash, our fucking housing, our fucking healthcare. Nothing. All they do is go, wham, 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 baby boomers. Wham, it's all about us. We're the babies. That's all they fucking do their whole fucking lives. While we get fucking shafted. Fucking. Those privileged assholes, those fucking baby boomers had it good. Good jobs, strong dollar. They could afford housing. They could afford everything. And what did they leave us with? Shit. Squat. Fucking boomers. Huh? Oh, do you want eggs and what else? Oh, a piece of toast coming up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make toast now. Be like 4 minutes. You're welcome. Yeah. Ooh, you want a lovey, huh? Okay, is that old bread? Yeah. Spread that butter on the bread, don't. Like spread those ass cheeks. Mmm. Insert the penis to the women's asshole. Yeah. Spread those butt cheeks, motherfucker. Fucking ass cheeks. Spread those buttholes. Vagina hole. Got the bread ready? Yeah. Chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself. Chickadee check before you wreck. You like that one? That was a good. Oh man, that's a really good one. Hot handle. You want some eggs? Here's the deal. I don't care much for the humans, but the dogs I really like. Yeah, the humans can kiss my dick. Humans can kiss my ass. You could all die in World War III. I wouldn't give a fuck. But my dog, though, now that's something I do truly love. There you go, Bubba. Luigi Mangione takes the gun to the CEO and all the corporate fucker taking all the money in the insurance industry and blows his ass in the back. I don't advocate violence, but somebody's stealing from us, aren't they? It could be the U.S. government. It could be the federales. It could be Jeff Bezos. It could be Mark Zuckerberg. It could be Bill Gates. But somebody's stealing our money, and they're not giving it back. They're not sharing, the baby boomers, are they? They're taking it all, but they're not sharing with us. That is a problem. Okay? So when you hear about the heist on the news, or the CEO gets murdered, or you hear about the bank heist, you know why, right? You know why those guys are jumping why they're robbing that bank, right? Hell or high water. You know why they're doing it? Because they have to. They didn't want to become criminals. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. You know why you hear on the news that the armored truck just got hit? Why the crime is so high? Figure it out. People aren't driven to this inevitable conclusion because they're bad people. They don't start off bad people, do they? They're kind of nice people at first until they have to rob a bank because the economy is so piss poor or the Biden inflation is so bad that they have to start robbing banks and robbing armored cars because they have no other alternative because BlackRock and Vanguard and State Street and the World Economic Forum stole all our fucking money. And Obama and the banks and the Bidens, Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, they stole all our fucking shit. They stole our future. They stole our money. Now what are we supposed to fucking do? Klaus Schwab and George Soros stole our fucking cash and our money. We want it back. George and Alex Soros stole our fucking future. They stole our money. They stole our capital. They stole our lands. They stole our cities. They stole our country. They stole our entire livelihood. And excuse me, as an American citizen of this generation, for wanting it back. At least a little bit at a time. But then eventually all of it.
time for us. And then watch one of the Warrior Project. That right there is where everything started changing.
Warriors like Barry who sacrificed so much for us need to know that we won't leave them behind. Our donors help Barry's family receive programs and services that rebuild their lives. Please join those who are already faithfully giving. Call or go online with your gift of just $19 a month.
Eric's come a long way, and he doesn't give up. He just keeps fighting and pushing forward.
My dad's in a wheelchair because he's injured and he's in war. He's caring, thoughtful, loving, and he's a good dad.
My life is not what I planned, but Wounded Warrior Project has helped me get past the pain.
If I had no money, how would I get beer?
Please,
You know what I mean?
call or go online with your gift.
If I was a wealthy drunk, then I would have
We'll send
beer out,
you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket as a thank you.
That's a very powerful
logic.
one warrior carried another one off the battlefield. The way I see it, the people of this nation carried that warrior.
Please, give a little to those who take so much for us.
How are folks 60 and older on these days? Family cookouts.
Yeah, and the baby boomers that stole everything, they're like, why don't you get your shit together? Why don't you work really hard in a system that threw you overboard fucking 40 years ago? Because we realize that working hard, you don't get ahead. The criminals are doing fine. The criminals and thieves are doing great. Bill Gates and the criminals that stole from IBM and Gary Kildall, the thieves and the backstabbers are doing wonderfully. You realize that the straight shooters, the straight fair players, nice guys finish last. When the dawn of the realization hits that the Wall Street and Washington criminals are doing better than regular, hardworking, ordinary citizens, ta-da, that's the epiphany. Okay.
This is a live look at the White House, where right now President Trump and Ukrainian President War Zelensky are meeting in the Oval Office. They're taking questions at the moment, and as soon as we get that tape playback, we will play it for you, and you will see this historic moment play out before your eyes. As these two world leaders are on the precipice of signing a pretty historic deal at 1 p.m. today, President Trump indeed confirmed in that meeting that that deal will be signed. And what it does is gives the United States access to revenue from Ukraine's deposit of rare earth minerals. Now, Trump sees this deal as a big win. It is. It's a way to recover the billions in wartime aid that we've sent to Ukraine. That amounted to about $183 billion. But one point of contention between the two leaders has been security guarantees for Ukraine. Now, Zelensky has been insistent that they must have these security details guaranteed. But the Trump administration used the deal as a framework for a larger peace deal. It says these security guarantees really fall on the backs of Europe. That's been emphasized both as the leader of France and, of course, yesterday.
So the lie that society is perpetuating is if you work really hard, you're going to be like Jeff Bezos and rolling in dough like Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. That's not really how reality works, though. So
Good to have you. The news does not slow down on a Friday in the Trump world. And you know, Steve, as I was thinking about this as I was walking down, I recalled back to being in some of these meetings President Trump, and I recall vividly. Yeah, I will drop that name. I recall him meeting with the Prime Minister of Iraq, and I remember him being very tough behind the scenes in front of the camera because he sees himself as an advocate for, yes, global security, but for the U.S. taxpayer dollar.
You know what? I'm glad you started there because I was thinking exactly the same thing. We've seen this movie before with Donald Trump. You know, how many times in the last couple of months have we seen him negotiate in public things that he wants to get done? If you go back to 2016 when he was running for president, what was going on? Of course, it cost the United States a boatload of bill. And what did Trump say at the time? He said, let's take the oil from Iraq. Okay, fast forward to now. It's driving crazy that we have so much money in Ukraine. He wants the money back. He's not asking for the oil because they don't have a lot of oil. That's why he called him a dictator last week. And when he just softened him up. So that when he gets into the White House, where he is right now, he's going to
Get ready for it. Here's the Friday of the 7 planetary alignment. Here's my gift to the universe. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give a gift to the motherfucking universe. It's called I farted out my asshole. Enjoy, God. Because there you go.
And then Thursday, as he spoke directly to the UK Prime Minister, this was on that security
Security guarantees beyond very much more than Europe.
Okay, so the women who are 60, they marry like Gene Hackman, who's like 30 years older than them. Then they get like 60, and the guy's like almost 100, and they expect their sex life to be really hot or something. An old, flaccid 90-year-old penis is going to pleasure her vagina. It's not. So they're just marrying for money. They're just like, well, you know, we have children. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of status. So because women go after high-status men, that's just the way it is, right? So you could listen to Dr. Jordan Peterson, the Hierarchium, and all that stuff. All right, or psychology, women mating rituals. You know, it's pretty. They go after the most intense providers and the highest status men. Right, the 666, right? The 6 feet tall, 6-figure income. You know, it's the 6 plan. Dick beyond 6 inches. That's what women are after. Over 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, over 6 feet dick. These eggs going on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Luigi Mangione isn't the solution, it's a symptom. Right, so he's a symptom of the problem. He's not the solution. He's just a symptom of the overarching problem in American society, socioeconomically speaking. Nail the next fuck. Crucify the next fuck. Do this egg here. Excellent. Flip it. You like Bob Ross, the hippie former Air Force veteran who went into painting in his final years? He didn't have YouTube. He had PBS, public. When you didn't have YouTube, you had to Wayne's World it, right? So when you don't have streaming platforms, it's not so easy, right? So you gotta get suspicious. Where's my ammo? Nutritious. Yeah. Have I fired any weapons before? Well, if the Chinamen attack and they drop out of the sky, I'll be able to shoot a gun and shoot the little Chinamen and kill them out of the sky if they come attack America. If the Chinamen land in America and attack this city, I'll be ready. 357 Magnum shotgun, AR-15. Yeah. What about police issue 9mm Glock? How about that? Yeah, I shot that before too. So if the Chinese Communist Party invade, or the Russian Federation, or the terrorists, the Iranian, I'll be ready to drop some motherfuckers. Yeah. Well, that's the right. The Second Amendment to the Constitution. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, the right to bear arms and the Second Amendment of the Constitution is meant to prevent what? Enemies from within and enemies from without from destroying us. So whether it's Joe Biden from within and the Democrat Party attacking us and sending armed IRS agents against us, or whether it's Chinese communist motherfuckers coming in here, dropping bombs on us or whatever, terrorists attacking us while we're trying to have a fucking music festival, like in Israel, like on October 7th. If you have a civilization that's armed to the fucking teeth, and I do mean like Benicio del Toro, armed to the fucking teeth, then, well, then the terrorists and the communists, the Russian Federation, the Chinese Communist Party, the People's Republic of China, Iran, and North Korea, and the terrorists, and the Mexican drug cartels, and the chomos, and the child fuckers, and all the motherfuckers, then they got something to think about. Yeah. All right. Got this egg here. Let's do it. So what did Joe Biden and the Democrats, what rights did they take away during the COVID plague, the Chinese plague? Well, they wouldn't let us assemble, so they took away there's 5 pillars to Islam, right? There's 5 pillars to also, it's not just 5 fingers or hands, right? There's 5 pillars to the U.S. Constitution. What are those? So the First Amendment is the most important amendment in the Constitution, basically. Besides, abolition of slavery and so on. First Amendment, the Bill of Rights is followed. You have the right to assemble, the right to religious freedom, the freedom of speech, except for libel, slander, and terroristic threats. The right to a free press, not a corporate fake news press that does military industrial complex propaganda all the time. No, a right to a free press that tells the fucking truth, that checks power. So the Constitution was meant to check tyrannical power by investing those powers in three branches of government and powers granted to the people of the United States. I know our elected politicians forgot that over many years of no term limits, especially those in the U.S. Senate and the Congress, without any term limits, they forgot their sacred oath to the U.S. Constitution because they were lining their fucking banks, their fucking checkbooks. They're lining their pockets. In other words, they're fucking traitors of the Republic. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, they're fucking traitors. Joe Biden is a fucking traitor to the United States of America. He's a fucking evil, corrupt bastard. And he and his ilk can rot in fucking hell. So YouTube, Google, Alphabet, Meta, Facebook platforms, before Elon bought Twitter, they censored us online. So we couldn't discuss the jab. Yeah, we couldn't discuss the origins of COVID. That was all censored. So they took away the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the right to assemble, the right to petition the government for redress of grievances, and then you couldn't assemble to worship your God or your religion. They took away the freedom of religion too. See how slick they are? They took away all the constitutional Bill of Rights that our founding fathers had enshrined, institutionalized inside the system. They nullified all that using a crisis, a virus, a worldwide global pandemic. And they're going to try again to get unlimited power over us and treat us like cattle and sheep. It's only a matter of time before they try their next trick by the military, industrial, pharmaceutical, technological, state media propaganda complex. It's only a matter of time before they try again. They're going to try to take away all those rights and freedoms again. They're going to try to censor us. They're going to try to control us. They're going to do whatever they can. The global, liberal global world order elites. The world government, the satanic world government is going to try to strip away, again, all our rights, all our freedoms, all our constitutionally protected, guaranteed rights. They're going to try to strip those away again. They're coming after those. But, as Charlton Heston once said, come and take it from my cold, dead hands. When he's talking about gun rights. And the right to bear arms, the Second Amendment shall not be infringed, and the First Amendment will not be infringed. People in the United States of America, we're used to our rights. We're used to our freedoms. And we only notice it when the government or the corporations try to take it away. We only notice when the world government and the satanic Luciferian order tries to take away our rights. Then we notice, but before, when there was nothing going on, when they weren't actively trying to strip us of our rights and freedoms and liberties,